Good morning, my dear student. Today our topic is Government of India Act 1935. So let's begin our topic. Government of Government of India Act 1935. As we discussed our previous class regarding the Government of India Act 1935, many clauses, many sections, many provisions are there, and whenever they were not completed their objective and that time, which is most important for the benefit of Indian citizens. So in 1935 this act was formed by British Parliament. So what is the historical background of this act? Because without the historical background nothing will happen in future. So here the Government of India Act 1919, as we know, the Government of India Act 1919 was not satisfactory because this provision was a reconciliation between many ideologies and many regulations, but the system of a hierarchy system in states who is not beneficial for our country. For the improving of those things, some certain provisions were provided in the Government of India Act 1935. As we know, the Government of India Act 1919, many ideologies and many world politics, world activities were happened on the globe. The First World War and Khilafat movement. This is a very game changer for the Indian thought process, for the Indian leaders. And next thing is, Indian politicians were frustrated because they always were supported how we can free from all the burden of British Parliament, Britishers. But according to this and many regulations also, they were proclaimed only dominion status will be provided for certain times. This is not beneficial for the holistic development for India. And that time, some political leaders were also reconcile their ideologies, but on that time, British government was not completely adhere to provide all those things. Next thing, the round table conference. The round table conference, after the report of Simon Commission, as we know, Simon Commission were appointed for the review and checking the all legs of Government of India Act 1919 and how they can improve for the issue of any other act. So the Simon Commission were submitted their reports in British Parliament in 1930. Simon Commission 1930. Simon Commissions were presented their report in 1930. After that, the hair difference, the review of all the point, how they can summarize. The British Parliament and top leader of India, they were aggrieved. We are discussing all those things whichever be beneficial in future for the Indian government system. So the round table conference was sponsored by the British government in London from November 1930 to December 1932. This was a period whenever the round table conference was held in London. First, second, and third. There were 3 round table conferences were completed. First one is 1930, second one is 1931, and third one is 1932. After the complete discussion of all the sections and provisions who were provided in Government of India Act 1990 and the review investigation by the Simon Commission in 1930, after the British Parliament issued a white paper in 1933. 1933 white paper. What is white paper? Actually, white paper is a blueprint. White paper is a blueprint for the solution of the extremely important or essential matters. This is authoritative for the government, how they can solve the issue, what is the most important techniques, how they can handle, and they were there to resolve this problem. They can do for anything. So white paper is very important thing. That means the government are ready to be solved for this problem. So the white paper was issued in 1933 and released based on the recommendations of the round table conference. Round table conference. What is the outcome of the round table conference and the suggestions and investigations of Simon Commission? All those things were accumulated in white paper, which is issued by British Parliament. This is a 3 things are there, which is most important, how they can solve and how they can ready for solving the issues, problems in Indian scenario, Indian administration. Next thing is Lord Linlithgow Committee. Lord Linlithgow was a viceroy of India at that time, and this committee was set up for the consider of those matters which things were proactively suggestions by the white paper, and all those things how they can summarize Government of India Act 1919, round table conference, first, second and third, and white paper. The conclusion of Lord Linneto Committee, how they can coordinate between all those things in a one place. And Linneto Committee report was published in 1934. How they can summarize all those things, and that was contained in a Bill of Law. Bill of Law. This is a series of rules and regulations. This is a series of rules and regulations. Chronologically, how anybody can check. This is totally for public purpose. How the general people are actively or passively, they can assume how this is beneficial for all of us. The Government of India Act 1935. The Government of India Act provides the provisions, the federal system of the government, the federal system of the administration. As we know, the Government of India Act 1919 is a diarchy system. This is a dual administration in the states. But the Government of India Act, this is a diverse form. That means a federal form of the government, union system. And the Government of India Act 1935 derived material from 4 keys. How they can receive their source. What is the source of Government of India Act 1935? So, mainly we can say report of the Simon Commission. First one is report of the Simon Commission. What is the report of the Simon Commission? They are scrutinize all those important things, how they were like on that time by the British lawmakers, and what is the essentialities for the Indian peoples, and what is the ambition for the Indian leaders whenever on that time they were forgetting their aims, their objectives for the interest of nation. And next one is discussion at third round table conference. As we know, there were 3 round table conference, and many Indian leaders were actively participated in these conferences, as like Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar, and Mahatma Gandhi, and the result and provision of all those things is very important for Britishers and Indians also. Britishers were also familiar how we can divide for casteism, language, area, and many things. And at that time, people were diversified for their many racial forms. The White Paper of 1933. The White Paper, which were issued by the British Parliament, this is also playing a very important role for the law-making process for the Government of India Act 1935. Next one is report of the Joint Select Committees. as we know, whenever in parliamentary system of the government any bill were be discussed by the both houses, after that some standing select committees are there, and those bills were submitted to those committees, and after the uh, discussion of the electoral system, they were discussing about all those things. After that they were submitting, uh, they are reporting to concerned houses, as we know, upper house and lower house. So select committees was very important. That's why we are calling also this is a mini parliament, because he has a very long time, very learned people are there, they can competent for the uh, for their thought process, and seen very hair difference, and what is the depth like, and soundly how is the important for our nation. So all four are very important key sources of our Government of India Act 1935. So the conclusion of the Government of India Act, this is a improvement, and this is a federal form of the government, it's a body form. So as we discussed here, this is a historical background of the Government of India Act 1935, and today the conclusion of this act, this one is only background of Government of India Act 1935. And okay, thank you. We will soon, we'll meet soon. Thank you.